Welcome to the AV Movie Experience. We're here to show you some seriously interesting movie knowledge. First up is Blade Runner, a cult science fiction film released in 1982 closely predicted a future that is somewhat similar to our own. For those of you not familiar with it, here's a brief introduction. Blade Runner is a science fiction film set in 2019 Los Angeles. It was directed by Ridley Scott and stars Harrison Ford. The film is set in a dystopian future where genetically engineered replicants, or bioengineered humans, are used for dangerous or menial work on Earth and in off-world colonies. The androids are given a short life, and it's Deckard's job, played by Ford, a Blade Runner, to hunt down rogue replicants. The film explores themes of what it means to be human, the nature of memory, and the relationship between the creator and created. It wasn't a resounding success at the time of its release, but has since gained a cult following, and is widely considered a classic of the science fiction genre. Let's take a look at some of the ways Blade Runner was able to predict the future with accuracy. One of the most striking elements of the film is its depiction of technology, specifically the use of video calls. In the film, characters use video calls to communicate with each other, which wasn't widely available at the time of the film's release in 1982. However, today, video conferencing has become an essential part of our daily lives. It's used for work, education, and even socializing. Tools like Zoom and Skype have made it possible for people to connect with one another from all over the world, and this technology is now an integral part of our daily communication. The replicants in Blade Runner, which are artificial humans, are an interesting example of artificial intelligence. They're able to understand and respond to voice commands, which is similar to Ameca, the recently revealed humanoid robot. They also possess human-like characteristics and emotions. They're able to think, feel, and question their own existence. This concept of advanced artificial intelligence that can understand and respond to human commands is a feature that we now see in modern-day virtual assistants, which can place orders, pay bills, and even manage our homes. It's interesting to see how the filmmakers were able to anticipate the development of advanced artificial intelligence, which is now an integral part of our daily lives and becoming increasingly more impressive. Remember to like the video and hit subscribe for more movie-related info. Third, advanced robotics. The replicants are an example of how technology can be indistinguishable from humans, and how artificial intelligence can be used to serve human needs, as well as potential ethical questions raised. The four main antagonists, Roy, Prid, Jora, and Leon, were all created for specific military purposes. Pris was designed as a military pleasure model. Today, Boston Dynamics lead the military application of robots. Fourth, Blade Runner presents an interesting look at biometric identification through the Voight-Kampff test, which is used to detect replicants. The test measures a person's biometric responses, such as their emotional responses to certain stimuli, in order to determine if they are a replicant or human. This concept is similar to today's facial recognition technology, which uses biometric data, such as a person's facial features, to identify them. Next up at fifth, Blade Runner's depiction of an overcrowded, heavily industrialized Los Angeles is an interesting example of urbanization in the film. The film presents a vision of a future where cities have become overpopulated and heavily industrialized, with towering skyscrapers, neon lights, and an overwhelming sense of chaos and congestion. This vision of urbanization is increasingly similar to the reality of many modern-day cities, where population growth and industrialization have led to overcrowding and the rise of tent villages in public spaces. At 6, the movie addresses climate change. One example of this is the constant rain that falls in the film, which is a metaphor for the effects of climate change on the natural environment. The film depicts a future where the Earth's climate has been severely altered, resulting in constant rainfall and flooding. This is similar to the projections of climate change scientists, who warn that increased global warming could lead to more extreme weather events such as heavy rainfall and flooding. The film also shows the effects of air pollution on the environment and human health. The film's depiction of a future Los Angeles with a thick yellow smog, a kind of metaphor for the effects of air pollution on the environment and human health. This is similar to the reality of many modern-day cities, where air pollution is a major public health concern. In the eighth point, let's talk about how the movie shows us a world filled with advertisements and media. Everywhere you look, you'll see billboards and holographic ads that really bring to life the idea of a society where everything is for sale. This is something that we can definitely relate to in the real world. We're constantly bombarded with ads and messages everywhere we go. The film does a great job of imagining the current state of media and advertising in the world. For our ninth and final point, let's talk about the film's exploration of privacy and surveillance. The movie paints a picture of a society where individuals have very little privacy and are constantly being monitored. This theme is something that we can certainly see reflected in the current conversations around privacy and surveillance in our own world. For example, the film may depict a government monitoring its citizens through the use of communications, which is similar to real-world debates over clandestine departments having access and relationships with social media companies, all in the name of enhancing public safety. As we can see, Blade Runner was able to predict many technological advancements and societal changes. It's amazing to see how a science fiction film from 1982 can still be relevant today. Lastly, I want to express my gratitude for taking the time to go through these points. The film is truly thought-provoking, and I hope that you now have a better understanding of the various themes and messages it explores. If you haven't seen the film yet, I highly recommend giving it a watch. It's a great piece of art that will make you think, feel, and question. And if you have seen the film, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments. Remember to like the video and hit subscribe for more movie-related info. Till the next time.